This is Vice Squad, a brand new Spy Hunter-esque shooter for your Commodore 64. Now, Spy Hunter is one of my all-time favorite arcade games, and the Commodore is one of my all-time favorite systems. So, I really had to get this. Although the video capture is recorded off a television, I have a direct line for the sound, so what you're hearing is a pretty good representation of, what the Commodore puts out. And here we go into the game. First level. In the upper left corner is the number of lives, the middle is your score, and the right are your power-ups. Now, one caveat is that this game is not supposed to be run on an NTSC system like I have here. It's weird because the demo of it was, NTSC approved, when the final game came out, it was PAL only. Now, I think the reason is that there is a bit of slowdown. I haven't really seen a whole lot else that's, buggy out of the ordinary or anything. There's definitely been official NTSC conversions that were worse than this. If you've owned a Super Nintendo and played Gradius 3 or something, you kind of know what to expect there. I don't believe it slows down on PAL. And for some reason, the first level has the most slowdown in NTSC. I'm not sure why. So you see, I got the oil slick here, and every time you hit the fire button, it also triggers oil. So you don't have to manage your weapons separately like in Spy Hunter. And the goal of this level is to kill all the black cars. You see a tally in the upper corner of the screen. There's one left right now. And off I go. Mission complete. Not sure what you get the bonus points for. Maybe for not killing civilians. Not sure. Now, in the second level, according to the manual, if there's no quota of black cars, you just have to survive for a certain period of time. I'm not sure if they mean a time period like seconds, or a time period like how screens elapsed. I kind of wish there was a counter for that. That'd be nice. I feel like in general this game's a lot more stripped down compared to something like Spy Hunter. It had a lot more elements. If you took away the graphics and put this next to Spy Hunter, I think Spy Hunter would probably win. Now, one thing that does irk me about this game is the enemy shots are very fast. You can see where the turrets are aiming, but that doesn't always, guarantee that you can get out of the way if you act fast enough. And it's not just an NTSC thing. I played it on PAL on an emulator, and I had the same issue there. It'd be a bit nicer if, maybe you took one hit instead of a few, and the shots were a bit slower and easier to kind of see. Another thing is that, enemies take quite a few hits to kill. I like popcorn enemies a lot, and, if you play a lot of Euro shooters, there aren't that many popcorn enemies. But I feel like that makes the game feel a little bit sluggish. You have to shoot for quite a few seconds. And this is the NTSC version. It's only slower on the PAL one. Another thing that kind of bugs me about this is that, sometimes if you hit those black motorbikes, you don't get credit for it. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they tip over so easily. But yeah, to make sure you get credit for a kill, you should hit with your machine guns or something. Now, some things I really do like about the game is the soundtrack is just phenomenal. And the graphics are really, vibrant and big, and really kind of push what the Commodore can do. And I think it's a really fun game. I keep coming back to it. There's something just magnetic about it, and every level, it kind of varies it up a bit, so it's not just the same thing over and over. one thing I really have to give them props for. You know, we take this for granted on other platforms, but on the Commodore, a lot of times you get music or you get sound effects. You don't always get both, and this does a good job of balancing a really complex, full-sounding composition with lots of you know, sound effects here and there. So here it is running on the Vice emulator. In PAL mode, you can see the music's a bit slower. There should be less slowdown. And you can see the graphics more clearly because it's, you know, not off the television. So here's what it kind of looks like, more up close and personal. And yeah, on emulator the music is not quite right. So yeah, aren't you glad I recorded the earlier footage off a real Commodore? I actually like the sped up NTSC music a lot more than the PAL one, which is, yeah, it's weird. I'm not supposed to be playing it. Well, I guess that's too bad. And as you can see in PAL, the enemy shots are just as unavoidably fast. You just have to stay out of the sight of the turret, but you don't quite know when it's going to fire. And there's not much time to dodge. So there's Vice Squad. I think you should go pick it up. It's only a £2 for a digital download. You know, I think I got my £2 worth at least. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.